Okay, everyone. First off, I want to say congratulations to the Green Bay Packers for winning the Super Bowl tonight. And overall, it was a great game. I loved it. I thought it was a good game. Even the commercial, that's right. Even the commercials were good. You, you even had a commercial with freaking Ozzy Osbourne and Justin Bieber. Yeah, that is something I never thought I'd see. And Justin Bieber even made fun of himself, saying that he looked like himself. He looked like a girl. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But anyway, so yeah, at the Super Bowl, it was a great game, great game. For the first half, it looked like the Packers were just gonna cruise all on into this game. Jody Nelson of the Green Bay Packers caught a touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers. I believe it was 29 yards. It was 7-0 Green Bay. Then Collins, is it Nate Collins or Nick Collins? His last name's Collins. 37-yard interception return for a touchdown. Made it 14-0 Green Bay in the first quarter. Then Sweezum hits a field goal, makes it for the Steelers, makes it a 14-3 game. Jennings gets a touchdown, makes it 21-3. Then Hines Ward catches a touchdown for the Steelers, makes it a 21-10 game. And for the first half, I mean, it was a good, first half. The Packers, were, and the funny thing was, I thought was because the guys on the Green Bay Packers, this is the second youngest team in the NFL. They're really, I don't think, other than Donald Driver, I think there really is no one else that's Super Bowl experience except for Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson, I know, was on the Oakland Raiders when the Raiders took on the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, like, I don't know how many years ago. It was like 8 years ago. So something around there. Yeah, I think it was 8 years ago. But anyway, but it was a good game. Good first half, and with the Packers, they seemed nice and relaxed. While the Packers, the Steelers were all just inconsistent. Ben Roethlisberger was just throwing balls up in the air. The defense for the Steelers wasn't really there. The running game, Mendenhall, he wasn't really doing much running. And so, yeah, for the most part there, in the first half, the Steelers didn't look like they were getting anything done, really. Yes, they had 10 points in the first half, but this is the same team that had like 21. Alright, so, So, yeah, and then we had the Black Eyed Peas perform at halftime. It was okay. I thought it was good, actually. I thought the Black Eyed Peas actually did good. Their sound system was so screwed up. You could barely hear Fergie's voice. They had Usher, then they had Slash from Guns N' Roses. Or I guess now it's Velvet Revolver. It's a band he's in now. There, so that was a good performance. Then, of course, second half. Second half was all about the third quarter, was all about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even though, Mendenhall scored 8-yard touchdown run. Also, Charles Woodson, speaking of him, he got injured in the second half with a broken collarbone, I believe. Even Ben Roethlisberger, he hurt his knee. He stayed in the game. Then one of the, I think it was the cornerbacks of the Green Bay Packers, Shields, he hurts himself in the game. So, he had to leave the game, not come back. And Donald Driver, who I talked about, who's basically, in my opinion, the heart and soul of the Green Bay Packers, and, he had to leave the game, which was, a big thing, because the Packers have been through so many injuries this season that this was just, and, the pressure was on Aaron Rodgers, really, because, okay, this is the post-Brett Favre era. What can Aaron Rodgers do in the Super Bowl? And, he showed it tonight what he could do. And so we go to the second half. We get to the fourth quarter, and then we get a touchdown pass finally. And, there was at one point, I believe, the Packers had, I believe it was 4 or 6 straight possessions where they had to punt the ball. The Packers weren't doing anything in the third quarter. They were just shut out by the Steelers defense. But also at this point, Ben Roethlisberger, like I said, he threw two interceptions at this point, and also 1 touchdown. So we head to the fourth quarter. Aaron Rodgers, 8-yard pass to Greg Jennings, touchdown, makes it sorry, just like lost here. makes it a 24. Make it 24. You know, Packers 24. Shit, yeah, 24. Then we got Wallace. Freaking get these guys' names. They're so freaking long. Mike Wallace. You know, catches a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 25-yard. And that makes it at that point makes it a freaking 24-20. That's not right. 24-25. Fuck you. No, 28-25. 28-24 game. Excuse me. Doing 3, and then after it's a 28-23 game, Antoine Randall runs in for the 2-point conversion, makes it a 28-25 game. So you know, Packers only up by 3 right here in the fourth quarter, and you know, finally the Packers head to the end zone. Head to the goal line, and Packers, you know, at one point looked like they're about to score a touchdown, couldn't make it. Aaron Rodgers overthrew the pass, threw the ball. I believe it was Jacoby Nelson that, Jacoby Nelson that dropped the ball. Jacoby Nelson was off in this game. It was like, okay, he catches the ball, yay. Next possession, he freaking drops it. I mean, it was off here with him. But Mason Crosby hits a 23-yard field goal, makes it a 31-25 game. Now we head to the final 2 minutes of the game. Ben Roethlisberger, the guy that's usually being used in this situation. That's usually the clutch. The guy that's one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL. Guys like Peyton Manning, guys like Tom Brady. He's in those discussions as one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, and he drove the ball down pretty far through to, I believe, the Packers' own 40-something yard line. Couldn't convert, a fourth down. The ball at first looked like it was an interception, but it hit the ground. But hey, it was already fourth down, so the possession goes to the Greenbay Packers, and Packers run out the clock, hit the 2 kneels, and yeah, the Packers are the Super Bowl champions. So yeah, it was a good game, you guys. It was a very, very good game. I know some people are kind of looking at this as like an upset, and I think in some way it kind of is, with the whole fact of the Steelers just having Super Bowl experience with Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger, 2 Super Bowl rings. Mike Tomlin, a couple years ago, became the youngest NFL coach to ever win the Super Bowl. So congratulations again to the Green Bay Packers. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. If you guys, most likely you guys saw the game. Hope you guys saw the game. It was a good game. If you missed it, shame on you. But seriously though, like I said, it was a good game, and can't wait to the next NFL season. Hopefully there is an NFL season. Freaking Roger Goodell and all of them got to do the whole bargaining agreement crap. Jeez, there's no NFL season next year. Fuck my life. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, congratulations to the Green Bay Packers. Say cheese. Oh, and also something. Brett Favre. Can I ask you something? Who's laughing now? And Rodgers is.